Hi, my name is Alex, CTO at Rent Centric, and for the next few minutes I would like to show you how to set up your location effectively in Rent Centric version 3. To set up your location information, you can simply go to Settings and access either the location information or add a new location. Let's look at location information. Location information consists of two tabs, the information and the setup for that location. So we can start by the information about the location. Location information which is entered here will be displayed everywhere, such as your rental contracts, reporting, or basically for you to identify your location. Location code could be a 3 or 4 digit location code or even airport code, which you can use for the location. And in some of the reports where we have too much data, we try to use location code in order to save some space. Contact information is the person in the location who runs the location, usually the general manager. Address city is the address city of the location. State province is important since whichever state or province you select from this list will automatically be selected, or at the rental process when you're adding a customer will be defaulted to this state and province. Also country. So if you have a country selected here, which is your own original country, every time you're adding the client, the default will be to this country, but you can always override and change that. This is the location email address and the phone number. You can have the fax on the right hand side. Closest intersection would be an intersection close to your office. Closest airport would be nice to have. If you're picking up a customer from the airport, you can always use this to display it on your reservation or on your contracts. This is your toll-free number. Legal name or your DBA is basically sometimes you have a car rental and a different legal name as a registered name, which you can enter here. Tax ID would be your tax or GST, HST ID, which you can also display on your invoices or on your taxes. Now, if you're done with the information, you can click on Next and go to the Settings tab for the location. Location time zone is very important. You can basically set up the location time zone to be specifically on your own time zone, and by this every transaction that happens in the system will be entered into the database based on your location time zone. So this will actually affect everything in the system, and you have to make sure that you set it up properly. Date-time format, you can select any of these date-time formats that we have in the system, month, day, year, date, month, year, and this will directly affect all the calendars and the display of any dates, date and time, or basically dates in the system with the specific format that you select. Also, currency is important. Once you select your currency, all the numbers or the totals will be formatted with the current currency of your region or your country. So make sure that you select the proper currency. Language is the location-wide language, and this is used mostly for your online reservations. If you have a website, the default language will be displayed when you selected the language on the location setup itself. Location region, if you set up a one-way fee structure in your system, which there are other training videos for you to learn how to set up the one-way, you can assign the location to the region, and you can have basically multiple locations in one region, and you can set up one-way fees from one region to the other and basically charge the customer for a drop fee or one-way fee. Industry, make sure that you select your industry properly. Once you select the industry, the system will display or hide or basically change some of the naming conventions in the system based on the industry that you selected. This is the one way that we just discussed. One way is possible to be a flat fee per region. It can be per latitude and the longitude of the location, or it could be per mileage, which is a distance between the location, which we'll get into in the one-way fee setup training video. Minimum driver's age is that when you're entering a customer into the system, if they don't meet the 21-year-old, for example, in this case, the system will prevent them from renting a car. So make sure that you set up the driver's minimum age properly. Also, underage is for you to set up a underage fee in the system. So anyone who lands between the 21 and the 25-year-old age will automatically get charged an underage fee if you set that up under the settings and miscellaneous charges. Temperature unit is for your online reservation website. When you would like to display the weather on your online reservation, it will display in Fahrenheit or Celsius. Number of days in the month. This is used when you're offering a monthly rental. You can set up between 27 to 31 days for the monthly rental to kick in. So if you have set it up as 28 days, for example, when the rental reaches 28 days, we'll automatically switch to a monthly rental. Odometer indicator, you can have it based on the mileage or kilometer depending on your region. Everywhere in the system where we display the odometer, we will indicate that it's a mile or kilometer based on your selection here. On the right hand side, this is the charge per mileage. So if you are charging your clients for excessive driven mileage, you can set that up here. For example, in this case we can go 20 cents, and this depends if you charge by mileage or kilometer. It doesn't matter. What happens is that this becomes the default location mileage charge, but you can also override it when you're adding the rate to the system. Reservation number is the starting sequence. So next reservation when we add to the system will become number 11. You can also have them as mixed of letters and numbers like this, 001, and in this case it will be 2, 3, 4, and it will continue going up. This is valid for the rentals, daily business report, which is a report, and the quotes that you generate out of the system. Manual RA, if you select that, it will disable the sequence number for the rental agreement number, and you can enter it manually at the time of rental. This is good for people who are using pre-printed forms which already come with a serial number, and they can enter it by hand into the system. Also the same for the PO number, you can enter a sequence. Mileage buffer would be again for the one-way setup, which we'll discuss at the one-way video. Diesel prepaid fuel, convenience refueling, and diesel refuel rate. If you offer if you offer a prepaid fuel option to your customers, you can simply enter it either on the diesel prepaid fuel or the prepaid fuel rate. So let's say if the gas is sold for $1.50 a liter, you can prepaid or you can pre-sell it to the client as a prepaid gas, a full tank or half a tank for $2 a liter. And this is where you enter if your vehicle is diesel or if your vehicle is gasoline. You enter it into these two fields. Convenience refueling is the fuel charge, let's say $1.5 a liter, to charge the customer when they come back with less gas in the tank, and this is the number that you enter here. Also, you can override this number at the rate level as well. Latitude and longitude is good for you to display your exact location at your online reservation website, so make sure that you enter it here. Also, location weather ID is for us to get your weather and display it properly at your online reservation website. Quote expires after. If you generate a quote in the system, let's say a customer calls you, they want to find out how much a vehicle will cost at a specific date, you can tell them that this quote is only valid for 10 days. So from the date that you generate the quote, you can specify 10, and after 10 days the quote will expire. Website is your website address. So again, it will be used everywhere in the system. If you're sending out an invoice or anything else, it will appear as your website. No-show grace minutes is for you to turn a reservation into a no-show after a certain amount of minutes. For example, you can say 300 minutes, which is 5 hours. If the customer doesn't show for 5 hours, the system will automatically move the reservation to no show. On the left hand side, we have a few options. If you enable the signature pad, you will be able to take digital signatures at the time of rental in your location. Copy location and reservation emails. When the reservation emails go out to the customer, if you would like to copy the location on these emails, you select this option. Enable corporate rate is for you to enable filtering your rates based on the company that you select at the rental process. So let's say if you're starting a rental and you would like to rent this vehicle to a corporate client, by selecting the corporate profile at the rental process, the system will automatically filter all the rates to only the ones that are specific to that corporate rate, and will not show them any leisure rate or any wholesale rates. Will only filter and display the corporate rates that you have set up for that specific company. Enable online booking for this location is for you to make this location visible online on your online reservation website. Some companies have multiple locations, some of them are not online, and that's why we have this option for you to either display or hide this location from online booking. And active is for you to have this location as an active location or inactive location. At the bottom, you have default this workstation to this location. Basically, if you log in through this computer or your specific laptop, you can click on this button and will automatically log you in every time. If you have access to this location, log you into this location when you're logging it for the first time in the day. So let's say when you log in through this workstation, and this workstation is at a specific location, the system will automatically take you to the correct location that you have set up for that PC. So there you go. This is the location setup. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to contact us at support@rentcentric.com. Thank you.